at the 20-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 times.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys have now moved out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
2nd and 11. Now they go screen. It's complete. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the... And he coughed it up! And this is picked up by the Browns. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you up to Orlando. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think...
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Browns. 52 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with the...
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown from 19 yards away. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Morris. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's first and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Back to throw here. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up a throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 21 yards away, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fielded about a yard deep. Fights free yet again. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Throwing on first down. Franks. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Franks. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down.
I love the intent.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl as they have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And
this is caught at the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 60 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And now running right through it. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it?
Now back to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. He's going to take off with him. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Following the fumble recovery, Franks, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Yes, it was a touchdown. And not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Second and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They have a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just lock people down.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This is taken at about the 14. Ooh, with a juke. A very good return that time.